Brr, it's cold. We have had fall slowly creeping its way in at the farm with a few cool days mixed in. This calls for baking a treat of pumpkin pie and starting on a little fall decorating. I have a little blog that I'm constantly baking and cooking for, and on this day I was working on a pie recipe for it as well as for feeding a crew that was down at the farmhouse working on framing. I started this pumpkin pie a few days before by roasting a couple of butternut squash in the oven, and I prepped several pie crusts. I actually bought these squash to use as fall decor, but we ended up eating them before I even got to that point. Butternut squash is my favorite to use for pumpkin puree because it's just a little bit sweeter than regular pumpkins of almost any variety, and sometimes it's even brighter in color. Many store-bought cans of pumpkin are actually butternut squash if you look on the back of them. I buy a lot of pumpkins to add a fall touch throughout the house and throughout the fall season, and I will cook them all up if they are good to be eaten. But if I'm buying specifically for baking, butternut squash is always my pick. I chopped up my squash into large chunks. I didn't remove the peel. Sometimes I do beforehand and sometimes I don't. It's about the same amount of work either way that you do it, so I didn't this day. But I did add butter and then roast them until they were fork tender.
What is this part, Mom? What is this part right there? Come on.
I really like to try to involve my daughter as much as possible when cooking and baking, but sometimes this is hard when trying to get dinner on the table or bellies full at breakfast. So these special little times are fun for us both, and they give her a time to learn some kitchen skills. I love to catch the little things she says, so there will always be plenty of background talk playing in my videos. Our aprons look a little rough because Mama washed them and I didn't iron them.
I got that.
You don't have a sweater on, baby. Yours is tied just like Mama's. We are making pumpkin pie.
Okay. Let's clean up that end. Put holes in that.
Why would we put coals in it? We actually will put coals in it in a minute. We gotta get it in the pie pan.
Okay.
We gotta hurry and get this done. Now we're gonna butter our...
Mama, do it?
You gotta butter it like this.
Okay.
For the pie, I just use my standard pie crust recipe. I love this recipe because it's so simple, but it can also be made into a gluten-free crust with the addition of a little baking powder. My parents are gluten-free and I bake a lot to share, so interchangeable recipes are nice and very much appreciated. Push it in just a little bit. Okay. See how pretty Mama forgot a knife?
No.
So that we can cut the edges of this.
Why do you get it?
Because that's how we get it in the pie pan.
I want to do that.
No, this uses a knife. Let Mama do it. Let Mama prepare the pie crust, and then you can help me make the filling and dump it in.
Roll that for your toe.
Now, I didn't do anything special here. I just rolled the crust out and added it to my greased pie plate. With this specific pie plate, I did cut the crust a little smaller than the outside of the plate because of the shape of it. I do have some ideas to test on this pie crust to make it even simpler that I was inspired to try when I made a gluten-free version this same day. We'll see how they turn out and see if I actually decide to share those tips.
Good. That is so good, Mom. That is so good.
Does that look so good?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Some mat in the house. Turn some mat down.
Turn some music on.
Yeah.
I love to use old-fashioned country recipes and preferably those passed down through my family. This is one that I have adapted to fit us just a little better from a community cookbook that was my mom's family's. I just love that. So we're going to take 2 eggs.
Hey.
Can you go like, Mama's going to help you. We're going to do it together. Hold Mama's hand right here. Right there, just one hand. See, and we go, crack. And then we're going to go, crack. Okay? Ready? Crack, crack, crack. And then you go, just like that.
Yes, shut it up. I need some too.
This pumpkin pie calls for eggs, brown sugar, cream, pumpkin puree, salt, cinnamon, ground cloves, nutmeg, allspice, and ginger. The original recipe did swap the cream for pet milk, and it did not have any additional sugar. I've made this without the added sugar before too. And as long as you use like a butternut squash or one of the sweeter variety of pumpkins, it's still pretty good, especially for a low sugar pumpkin pie recipe. This is a great one if you enjoy something like that. This recipe will be linked below if you are interested. Dump it in very gently. And then look, we can scoop it like this. Okay, let me see that.
I'll shut this up again.
Mama's gonna scoop this in and you stir it for me, okay? Get it nice and stirred in there. Now Mama is gonna dump this in. This is 1.5 cups of heavy cream.
Party. Eat all just by yourself. Oh.
Mama's gotta get all this
Don't
mixed
make
in.
big mess on there. Don't make big mess, hey Mom? I love salt.
You love salt? Jack is getting really upset.
You have some pink some?
Yeah, I have some pink salt.
Maybe don't have some.
She doesn't have any pink salt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe do that. Maybe do that.
Oh, she used it all up?
I can set it up.
I spilled it. Dump it in there. Good.
How
There's
much?
your one. Dump that. Oh, okay. You see?
Okay.
In half. So that's 1.5 of cinnamon. Say cinnamon.
Salmon.
Good.
Thank you. I don't know what that's called. So that's
Good.
some
Say cloves.
toast.
1/2 teaspoon of allspice. Can you say
Half
allspice?
All spice.
Good.
Half teaspoon spice.
Allspice. So then we get our shelf.
So, dump that in there.
You grab one little side. Mama's gonna dump it right there by your arm, so be careful. Good. Okay. Now Mama is gonna go put this in the oven very carefully, okay?
Hey.
We bake this
Hear it.
for 40 to 45 minutes.
Those both names.
Yeah.
I love names. I love names. You're bad, Mom. They're both. Somebody did
gave these to us. We bought these.
Bought? Yeah. We bought teas. Happy Friday. These my new panties. These my new panties.
Planties.
These are only my new panties.
On this same day, I really wanted to get a little bit of fall decorating started to welcome in the season and cozy up our home. I love to decorate throughout a season rather than all at once, so home tours are a little bit difficult to show for me, but I really do love to read design books and decorate our home and really make it reflect our family. So to start off for this fall season, I stopped at a local flower farm and bought a bucket of flowers to end the summer season. So this is kind of end of summer, beginning of fall. I still have a few flowers growing around our garden, but I wanted some with richer colors. And what I have left mostly are the lighter, like the green zinnias and some candy cane ones. Um, so not those richer fall colors that I'm really looking for. I split these flowers that I bought from the local farm into a few different arrangements to nestle around the house. Readjust.
Then no. What is called?
Let's give this to Mimi.
Mom, put one in my room.
Let's see. Mimi needs one of these. I think I'm just going to divide these out and then I will tend to them. That one will go in there. Okay, let's see. Which one of these would Mimi like? Let's do her a red one. She loves red.
No.
Yeah. And I'll trim them down. No, Sean does not want. John left.
Sunny one.
No, he doesn't want one.
But
I don't think Sean probably likes flowers like we do.
One whole pink one up there. Hold one up there.
You want your own flower?
I just hold one up.
You want this pink one?
No. I don't know. Get that.
Are you showing them your flower?
This is my little flower. This is
My little flower.
I knew about that. You were taught.
Oh, and don't poke him in the face with it, Bug Bug.
You were taught. Okay, this is my mommy's spouse. This is mommy's spouse. Mommy has some in hand. Okay, mommy's spouse. This is mommy's spouse. Please show somebody, please. Please show them my.
Yeah, you can show them your overalls.
Okay, this is my fowl. I show them. This mommy's fowl. This mommy's fowl. This red. This red, not red. This yellow. This yellow.
Yellow.
This red.
Be careful with your flower.
Pink. Red. What is this? Pink.
Pink. Mm-hmm.
This one over here too. That pink one. That one got two. This one got two. This one got two.
I'm going to cut these at different levels. I'll do that one short, this one longer.
Mommy gave me. Then mommy found me. Gave me. This found mommy gave me. Mommy gave them me for me. Put in my room. For me, put in my room and my room.
Your room and your room.
I'll put it in my room.
call you in a little bit.
What you doing a bit?
What are they doing in a little bit?
Yeah.
Mama's really not the best at this.
Yeah, I'm not best.
You're not the best at it either. We're just having fun, huh?
Yeah. Hey.
And I think I'm just gonna bundle these.
No
And like that.
Wing.
Pull that up. And I'll let those kind of fall in the bag there.
Baby, guys. Got a baby. Then Daddy. You know him? No. Why? That. Oh boy.
You know him?
No.
Why?
Oh boy. Hi. Hi. I'm not waiting. This is my tablet. This is my tablet.
Baby, they can't see you.
Mom, do see me.
They can't.
Dad, do.
Mm-mm.
God loves you so much, Mom.
God loves me so much.
Yeah. God loves Missy.
God loves Misty?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Miss Misty at the library?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she would think that is so sweet that you say that. God loves you?
Yeah.
Who?
Missy and Miss. God loves you, Mom.
God loves me?
Yeah. Dad loves God.
And Dada loves God. That is very true.
That whole was God.
The whole world loves God?
Yeah.
I sure hope so, baby.
Yeah. What?
Taking a break from the fall content to see if y'all caught that sweet moment. Part of why I film these random things we do around the house and farm is to catch these fleeting days while my babies are still babies. With that comes catching a lot of sweet moments and conversations. I'm so glad I was filming to catch this because I otherwise would not have. I think she's seen all your stuff.
Let me see my stuff then.
Turning back to welcoming the fall season, we have had a stack of pumpkins in the front entry, waiting for their chance to tuck into every corner that I can possibly fit one. I love to add very simple seasonal touches as decor rather than going out and buying factory made items. Things like adding seasonal produce, candles, changing out our linens, and swapping my dishes and plate walls for things that reflect the seasons are my favorite ways to decorate. The beautiful thing about using something like apples or pumpkins is that they get used up. There's no storage involved. Sometimes these pumpkins will last until the end of the season, and I cook them all up at once for Thanksgiving or Christmas baking. But sometimes they start to get a little soft in the middle of the season, and so I'll go ahead and cook those for use in our regular meals, and then they just get replaced for fresh. Two uses for one price, and that is how Mama does home decor. I started all of this fall decorating just in our main living area. So we have one great room that is the dining, kitchen, and living room. I changed out pillow covers and my kitchen window curtain. I added a passed down fall leaf quilt that is actually my mom's. And I also added some fresh flowers, pumpkins, and apples, and tucked in a few homemade candles. The flowers will soon be swapped for colorful branches of leaves, and the rest of the house will join in with the touches of pumpkins, fall patterned linens, and fall florals.
this so pretty. Oh, this so pretty, Mom.
Thank you, baby.
How the one is in my room?
You want one in your room?
Yeah.
Are you ready for pie?
I had some pie. Some pie.
What kind of pie is it?
Pump food. Puppy.
Pumpy food. Pumpkin pie.
Puppy pie, guys. Y'all want some? Y'all want some, guys?
I bet they do. You gonna share your pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
You want some, Mom, too?
Yep, Mama's gonna eat some.
You want some pop pie? You want some pop pie? Yay!
If you are new, please consider joining me and subscribing. I love sharing the everyday beauty in our farmhouse here in the country. Thanks so much for stopping by.